Hello, everybody. It's a terrible day here in Saskatchewan. The temperature is somewhere around 10 degrees. I'm probably going to get rained on later. And, well, it's about 40 some odd kilometer an hour winds right now where I am. But, we need to shoot. So we're here to do some more testing with the 6.5 Grendel Sterling Arms R18. Let's get started. So first things first, I'm sharing the range with other folks today, so you're going to hear shots. Hopefully you don't hear anyone upset that they're missing their shots this time, but you're going to hear some shots because I'm sharing the range. So where we left off last time was kind of a hypothesis that we're now going to test, that the 129 grain bullets that we were using were not good for this 1 8 twist barrel. We're working under the theory that it's too big, too heavy a bullet. So we're going to try some factory ammunition. We're going to eliminate all of the variables that could come along with me being terrible at reloading. And we're going to try 3 different types of factory ammunition. We're going to use some Hornady Black, we're going to use some Hornady Frontier, and we're going to use some Barnes Precision Match. So, I mean, none of it is complete junk ammo, but you've got 3 different qualities of ammunition. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's windy enough here that it is trying to blow away my Precision Match box of ammunition, even though the box is completely full with ammunition right now. The wind might be affecting our shooting, but I'm not trying to Robin Hood any groups here today. What I'm trying to do is see if we get more reasonable groups with a lighter bullet. At 100 meters, the wind should not be enough of a factor that we're not going to be able to test that. And it's nothing I can do about it anyways, so tough crap. I'm not going to be chronoing any of my rounds today. We're about 20 degrees different in temperature than the last time that we were testing out here. And I mean, the wind obviously is significantly more. And we're not really here right now to try and test our velocities anyways. We're taking a step backwards and we're taking a look at the accuracy and seeing if the factory ammunition will do any different. So we're not going to do that. Also, it's too windy for me to set up the spotting scope and for it to be stable enough for you guys to really see anything through it. So we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm talking too much. Let's get started. Okay, so I've got 2 magazines loaded with the Hornady Black ammunition first. We're going to shoot 10-round groups just because I want a little bit of a bigger group size, and we're going to shoot center mass at this target. Hopefully my fingers don't freeze. Let's see what happens. Oh, I should mention before we get going here, we have polished the feeder amps on this chamber, and we have done a little bit of work on the extractor, hopefully with the goal that it is going to grab a little bit better on the rims, and we're going to see if that fixes the other problems that we've been having, the stove piping and the double feeding and all of that sort of stuff. And let's find out. Okay, so 10 rounds, center target. Let's see. So I had polished the feeder amps. I'm still having some issues here with some sharp edges on those feeder amps. So we're gonna have to continue to work on that. But neither here nor there. Second time will have to be the charm for the feed ramps. So that's 10 rounds. Let's see what happens. Take a look downrange. Well, guys, I guess this kind of settles the question. Is the problem the bullet or is the problem the rifle? You know, last time we kind of determined that I was shooting okay according to the Mantis X data. I'd say that is significantly better. Given the weather and the fact that my hands are freezing, I call that pretty good. Let's call that what, like 2-inch group over 10 shots. It's significantly better than the 6 or 8-inch groups that we were getting with the 129 grain bullets. I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen with the next two types of ammunition. Let's go shoot them. Okay, we just shot the Hornady Black 123 grain ELDM bullet. It was significantly better, infinitely better than the 129 grain bullets. Now we're going to shoot the Hornady Frontier. It is still a 123 grain bullet, but it is the Hornady FMJ rather than the ELDM. Let's see what happens. Not a good start. Boy, I did not fix those feed ramps at all. They're causing me a real problem. They're just gouging right into that brass when it's trying to feed it in. Super strange, like not at all what I would have expected from a Faxon barrel. I mean, these are pretty well known to be pretty good barrels, but I might end up sending this barrel back, to be perfectly honest with you, because I mean, you wouldn't expect it to be that sharp. I can't even feed the Frontier. Okay, well, we've got a round fed. Let's send it, see what happens. I went center mass last time. I'm going to go top right this time because I'm shooting just a little bit to the left. So we'll go top right. Yeah, I'm going to call that right now. I biffed that shot, so when we see a bad one, that's it. Okay, that's 5 rounds. Okay, that's 10 rounds of the Hornady Frontier. Let's go see how it did. So again, that is significantly better than what we were shooting before. So close enough to the same as the ELDMs. Still 123 grain bullet. The only difference is that's not a match bullet, whereas that is a match bullet. Close enough for me, significantly better. That's something that we can work with for sure. I'm going to call it right now. We are going to end up with 123 grain, probably ELDM bullets if I had to guess, maybe different brand. We'll see what's going on there with some more reloads. But I think we can safely say that we have reasonably confirmed that the 129 grain bullet is just too big of a bullet for that 1 1/8 twist barrel, and that it likes ever so slightly smaller. Who would have thought that 6 grains would make that big of a difference? But it is. We still have one more to go. I can't remember if it's 123 grain or if this Barnes is 120 grain. I'm going to take a look when we get back up there, but we've got 10 rounds of Barnes to go through, and we'll see what happens. Okay, final set for the day. Barnes precision match. This is a 120 grain boat tail hollow point, and it's Barnes. I mean, let's see what happens. Well, that happened right away. I can see it. You know, let me just a second here, guys. I want you all to see this. Right off the hop, you can see in there that bullet. You gonna focus? That bullet is already scraping on those feed ramps, and it just hung it up, and it doesn't want to go any further. So obviously some more work to do on that, because what's happening is it's starting right at the bullet. And I saw a couple off camera, I ejected a couple of them, and there's 2 scratch marks starting right at the bullet, and it's going all the way up to the brass. And of course the brass is just, it's caving in, it's digging in hard. So I'm gonna have to continue to work on that and figure that out. But for now, let's clear this jam. Okay, we've got this loaded. We're gonna go bottom right this time, because obviously I'm still shooting just a little bit to the left, and I don't want to adjust my sights. I want to just keep it where it is. So we'll go on the bottom right target. That's 5 to go. Let's see what happens here. Got a little hung up. Okay, 5 more rounds. Okay. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, I got one more. The mag doesn't like to drop free. That's good. Okay. Let's go see what happened. Holy cow, what a turn of events this was. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't even, I think 9 might be in here somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 9 and 10 are in here somewhere. That was our target. This is where we hit. That kind of surprises me, guys. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that it doesn't like Barnes 120 grain hollow points. So that's pretty much going to do it for today's test. We were able to eliminate some variables. Things still aren't exactly what we had hoped. We did some polishing on the feed ramp on that Faxon barrel. It's still, I was taking a look at my brass. Most, if not all, of the brass that I shot today, at the very least, has 2 parallel scratch marks along the brass. Like I said, off camera, I ejected a few rounds after loading them, and these parallel scratch marks are starting on the bullet itself, like right as soon as it's touching those feed ramps. And it's scraping all along the length of the bullet. And occasionally what's happening is it's getting hung up when it hits the wall of the brass. And the wall of the brass is obviously collapsing with those pressures. And it's just creating a deep gouge in the brass. You guys have seen some of them before. I showed you one earlier. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm not experienced enough to be able to say 100% what it is right away, but I'm going to get some help to take a look at that. And hang on, let me turn around out of the wind here. I'm going to get some help to take a look at that, and hopefully we can alleviate that as a problem in the future. And other than that, I'm happy with how the Frontier and the Black shot the 123 grain bullets. You know, we're down to a 2.5 MOA there. I think we can do better than that, but obviously we've got some more work to do that won't have anything to do with the ammunition. It has to do with that barrel. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. There will be another one of these videos, and hopefully you join me for it.